Up through the throbbing crowd. Whee! Yeah! And in the blue corner, weighing in, just under 16 stone.
I was horrified about Larry going, actually.
Never wanted those scenes where it said, Archie has been killed, he's dead.
It's never easy. It's part of my job that is really unenviable, having to tell talented, loved, brilliant actors who are close colleagues that their time here is coming to an end.
He was going up to see the boss, and he came down and he said, oh, Barbara, he said, I'm going, he said, they're going to kill me off.
The one song.
I thought he was sending me up. He said, no, that they are.
Just remember, you're a team, Janine. You won't find what you're looking for without me. He said to me, you know, it's all going to be a grisly end.
I think he understood my point that in the end, you know, we could keep him here forever, but this would then be a diminished character. Either he'd have to crush the Mitchells, he'd have to crush Peggy and Phil once and for all, or he would have to become a reformed character.
Okay, and we are recording. 3906-25A, take one. Stand by.
I don't think anybody else could have played Archie Mitchell as well as Larry Lamb.
Action.
Never looking for other options, Janine. We need each other.
No? Okay, thank you very much. That is scene complete. And ladies and gents, just before we move on.
Thank you. I just want to say, on behalf of everyone here, Larry, in the year and a half that you've been with us and the 148 episodes that you've done, I've not heard one person say a bad word about you.
You have to kind of sign up for the gypsy life when you're an actor. You know, it's what you do. You get very close to people over a course of a day, a week, a month, a year sometimes.
You've been brilliant, Larry.
Thank you.
We all think
Thank you. But you know, sooner or later, it will come to an end and you've got to move on. Thank you all for making me feel so at home. And God bless you all. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic.
I've had some great leading men, but I can honestly say, hand on heart, that Larry Lamb was the best.
If Larry was the best, then Archie was definitely the worst. On Christmas Day, there was one more revelation yet to come.
She's pregnant. She's like 3 months pregnant. Actually, I'm not 3 weeks pregnant. I'm 3 months. But when she works it out, she realises that, you know, it...
You did just hear. Just tell me.
Oh, David, tell me.
Where he very menacingly advances upon her and she kind of looks defiantly back at him.
I know, Archie. I know. Nothing around Janine, now me. And if you're around me, what would Peggy say, eh? When we went to shoot it, you know, I was saying to the director, "What? I don't understand why this is happening."
I know girls like you.
I bet you do. And the director said, "I don't understand either."
And one thing keeps your mouth shut.
I never told Larry or Lacey that this was coming.
The writers upstairs had planted a seed, but they didn't really want us to know.
And I forgot to tell Lacey that she was going to get pregnant. I clean forgot, and I had a meeting with her when I meant to tell her.
I went to go to work a couple of days later, and I opened the script, and I thought, oh God, she's pregnant, and I got a call, and it was Deirdre, and he said,
I said, Lacey, do you know why I'm calling?
And he said, I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you something quite important.
I went, right, okay, so you got pregnant.
No, that is vital information, and you didn't tell me. But yeah, I've forgiven him. That's too right for me.
Later in the week, she's saying all kinds of crazy stuff in the Vic.
Give it to me. She was just absolutely petrified of him. Don't touch me!
She took out my hand.
You know, she had an illness that nobody actually believed her when it was true, and she was trying to tell everyone, but nobody listened. Archie! love me. They're all in on it, Bradley, all of them.
That's what Bradley's rage on Christmas Day is about, is Archie taking advantage of Stacey and trying...
Enter Bradley, the only man to give old Archie his Christmas punch. Oh! Nice.
A lot of people would have thought, oh, good, it's about time somebody...
Here we go, 4 takes then. Take 1, and action.
Finally, a punt. I'm sorry to say I'm closing up. In fact, I'm shutting up shop for good. Unless, of course, you're in the market for a nice new flat, in which case I'll happily accommodate you.
That's the first thing I've ever had with Larry, which is quite disappointing.
Because of the nature of the show and the amount of episodes they have to shoot in a week, we don't have a lot of time, so it's not like we have prior rehearsal. We have to do it quite quickly on the day.
Then just on that line, just lean back.
Both boys are 2 old pros, so they're very good at this.
We're working, probably about a foot away from each other with the punch. And as for telly and camera angles, it looks naked eye as if I've actually hit him.
We need the
crash went on the floor that's for the snow globe as opposed to Larry. It's, they're giving the protection to the props as opposed to us. But it's like, no, that's not.
The trouble with that girl is she prefers a much maturer vintage. You don't really enough for her.
Thank you.
But Archie's sins run deepest in his family. So much so, his own daughter could have killed him.
This controlling, freakish manner, as we know.
That's why he doesn't really like the relationship with Ronnie.
As soon as you hit 13, everything changed. I mean, I've got a daughter that I adore, I dote on, who dotes on me. Next thing, she's answering me back, lying, turning against the one person who tried to do everything for her.
I wasn't doing exactly what you said for the first time in my life.
Ronnie has a lot of reasons to be bitter towards Archie. A lot of bad, awful stuff has happened.
The baby that you made me give away.
The essential quality of Ronnie is that she's a kind of tragic heroine, and I think if you want her to struggle to escape that, you see.
No! You are not my daughter! My daughter is dead! Who I am! Please tell her who I am!
She's obviously quite insane.
It's always one-upmanship, and it's always a massive grudge. You killed my daughter.
After Danielle died, Ronnie went on basically a mental breakdown. Ronnie's horrified at what Archie has done. It's like her worst fears about this man.
And you mean nothing to Danielle. And if you go within 1 mile of my daughter, I will kill you.
After Danielle died, Ronnie just wants another baby. She wants another life to replace Danielle.
No, come on, you don't need to do that.
Ronnie does go baby mad.
You go and get the champagne and I'll get the condom.
She starts pricking holes in Jack's pocket.
Ronnie, you might be the...
She finds Joel.
Go on, take her back to big you.
Basically because she thought she could recreate the past and she could recreate Danielle with him.
I thought you loved me. Then why don't you want a baby with me?
She starts trying to get pregnant with any Tom, Dick and Harry.
Ronnie! Ryan!
She's definitely round.
Then she finds out that she's going to have a baby.
I'm very happy, and I'd really rather not mention the dad.
Okay, it's Psycho Owen's baby, but still it's a baby. That's fine in Ronnie's eyes.
I don't admit you.
But with Archie for a father, her happiness doesn't last.
Loan agreement. Just a few bits and pieces from the land regis. You're all trespassing.
Ronnie is a tough...
Place brick by brick if you have to, but we are not going to give up, not without a fight.
She's...
Out flies.
She is pregnant!
Later that night, Ronnie loses her baby. In Ronnie's head, her dad has done it again.
Ronnie.
2 of my babies you've killed.